Hey guys, so we're gonna be talking about gold, the dollar, and then the little fundamentals. So this week with gold, it was a patient week, and y'all know who like are in my Discord who've been following me. Like gold is my baby. That's one of my like pairs that I just trade and have been trading, and I just won't stop trading it. But I want to go over it because there's a few things I want to point out because it's going to help you in the future. And I also just finished watching this YouTube video regarding commodities, other currencies, and just like fundamentally wise on like what's going on in the world and like what can be happening. So we're just going to get into it and like intertwine everything, okay? So with gold, I want to point out this green trend line right here, this big old bold one right here. Price has been respecting this so much. You can see these yellow boxes I have marked off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right here. So every time price came to this green trend line right here, it literally pushed right back up. And it's respected it so many times. Like now I know like if price comes back to this point again, let me draw it out. Like it's like a done deal. Like we're going into another buy, a beautiful opportunity to make some beautiful money, okay? So right now when it comes to gold, and it's on the 1 hour time frame, I do see like we are still in this uptrend. Like we are still in majority buys. I will not be looking for sales in gold unless we break here and then go down. But besides from that, like I'm always open to both sides of the market because you never know like what can happen. So you always have to be ready for both sides. But for the most part, it's buys. And then what I was also reading on, so I have read that China has been encouraging their citizens to buy silver. I don't trade silver. I used to. I haven't even marked it up. But you can see it was kind of like in this consolidation area too, kind of like how gold was. But we can still see like it has been in that uptrend. And I heard too that China was also buying gold, and also this other country too because their currency was collapsing. A lot of currencies right now are collapsing right now. So when that happens, a lot of people become fearful. And when people are in fear, they go to the safe haven. And the safe haven to invest in is gold and silver. So that's why both gold and silver have been going up, because that is a safe haven when people are panicking, when things are going bad. This is what people buy. That was mentioned too in the video I was watching. Another thing too is they was talking about interest rates. We know, well, in the U.S., when it came to the interest rates, these last couple months, they haven't really been saying if they're going to announce it or not. You know, they like to just seem like everything's calm, cool, and collective. But meanwhile, it's a fucking shit show happening on the back end. And these guys that I was listening to, it was actually this video right here. Wait, no, not that one.
The issue of dollars themselves.
It was this video. When gold and commodities explode. You guys can go search it. The Market Sniper. I was also watching this other guy, Martin Armstrong, and then this other video too. And they all say the same thing, like how interest rates aren't going anywhere. Like, they were saying how there's actually going to be a serious increase in inflation, which means, you know, prices going up with everything. And so that's going to be accompanied with interest rate spikes. And when interest rates go up, that makes the dollar go up. And as the dollar goes up, we know when it comes to like the Great British Pound and the Euro, that will start going down. We're gonna get back to this. But when all that is happening with gold, interest rates and all that stuff, like I said, it makes people fearful. So that will make gold continue to go up. So gold is really good to hold long term, but you always want to get in on a pullback. And what I mean by pullback, like you don't want to get in when price is going like this. You want to get in when price finishes that, but when it pulls back. And then you want to enter right here, buy low, and then get in, so then you can sell it high for that profit. So how I'm looking at this, as I'm reading all this information, I'm looking how the charts is moving. My next move is going to be a long-term hold, and then I'm also going to just continue just trading, like, you know, the now on what's going on right now with gold. So that's like long-term wise with gold. And I also want to point out too, so back to the trend line. So y'all see how it's been respecting this trend line, right? It's also been respecting these two purple zones right here, support and resistance. So we can see, looking at this zone right here, after we had some resistance right there, and then it broke. Let me draw it out. After we had the resistance, so this is the zone, it came up here, resisted it, pushed back down, and then it broke through that zone right here, came back to retest it, pushed up, came back down, went up, came back down, and you can see it just keeps stopping in that area. Once price is like hits that area like minimum 3 times, like that's such, how can I say, like, it's a respectable area, just giving you more reassurance that price is moving in that direction. So I'm about to make this thicker so y'all can see it. But after this third time, you can see it pushed all the way up, came back. It didn't really touch it right there, but it still made a higher low. Pushed up, came right back down. You guys see it wicked all the way to that purple zone, and then pushed up. So like I said, those are some highlighted areas too, that it kept respecting that area, just showing me that we still going up, baby. So now we kind of we're in the same situation right now at this purple zone. You can see, let's go to the 30-minute. I got a lot going on 30-minute. Let's not go there yet, because you can still see it right now. But you can see we have resistance right here, push down, broke through, came back to retest it, pushed down, broke through, came back to retest it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times on the lower time frame. And we're kind of staying in this area right now. Let me get rid of all this. We're in consolidation area, just meaning, you know, of course, sideways movement. Price is just sitting in this one area right here. So that's why I have this pink zone right here. What I do want to see is, we could draw a little trend line like this, because this is the high. Sometimes I like to do the wicks, but if it's too narrow, I like to just do majority of price like that. Because then also, when price breaks through here, you can look for something like that. Like if price breaks through, because I don't want to say when, because nothing's ever guaranteed. But if it breaks through and it passes this high right here, and then it pulls back, that will be your entry to get in for a buy to continue up. So let me put a alert. I put an alert on all my trend lines, because I do not sit on my charts all day. Like, I wait for price to get to that area, and then I'll get an alert on my phone. So what price did, of course, it kept respecting that trend line and it kept pushing up. Oh, so that's what I meant to point out. So with me seeing that, this is where I had put what I was looking for here. So here, 78.6. So now I'm looking for price to come up here to around like 2491.65. Okay, that's like the bigger picture, and I know it's gonna take a moment to play out, because then that means we're just gonna have a whole bunch of this going on before it finally gets to TP2. Now, inside of that overall, even like taking it from this low right here, it's the same concept. Like, you're still hitting, what is it, 61.8 to TP2. Yeah. But inside of that, because when I draw my structure, there's always another structure inside of it. So what I mean by that is, I have this overall, but then I also have more opportunities right here to take advantage of right inside of it. So this is the area that we're about to look at right now. And this had just played out. It's Friday now. It played out, I think yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday, because I was so mad that I had missed it. It literally pushed all the way up and created this high right here. So this was my structure here, and then pushed up. So now, since this played out, this is donezo. Now I see we created this new higher, lower high. Let me make this a different, I guess we can keep it orange. Let's just make it thicker so it stands out. So we made a high that's lower than this high, and it came back. It broke through this zone, which we can see like every time price came to this area, it retested and dropped. Retested and dropped. Retested and dropped. Even right here, this is like on a 15-minute retested and dropped. So that's kind of what we're doing right now. We're retesting it. So I want to see if it's gonna continue to push down. Honestly, like, that would be ideal and very, very beautiful, because that would be a good opportunity to get in for a buy. Because look, TP1 is aligned with this zone right here. Not only did this, like, a highlight that it touched the green trend line, but that's also considered retesting that purple zone. So price, we can see price. If it doesn't push up, because I'm not, remember, anything can happen. It can push up and push down. That's one scenario. It could come up a little bit, push straight down. It could break through here, continue. It could come back down here and continue. We don't know, but that's why we gotta take everything step by step and just go with what the chart shows us in that moment. So I just like to give out multiple scenarios, so that you're aware. So right now we're like in this triangle area right here, because honestly, if price comes here, we could be doing something like this until we get a breakout to either side. So I would say, shoot, even if you get in right here and it retested just like how it did right here, it would be a good opportunity to take it back to the zone, back to the top trend line, because like I said, we don't know if it can come back to that trend line and then drop right back down. But even if it comes here and goes back up, that is a good 286 pips. That's fire. That's phenomenal. So yeah, let me put my little alert on so I can see how this play out. I want it to be not a 1 hour alert. I want it to be a 30-minute alert. Why is this changing? Okay, I'm gonna fix that either way. So yeah, so that's what I see for gold right now. Step by step, I want to see what it does at either one of these trend lines. But like I said, like I could see it like continuing to push down, retest it, and then push back up at least to this trend line, and then seeing what it does at that area. Looking at the dollar, I definitely see the dollar like right now. We created this high, lower high right there. So, and this low, this low, oh my god, this low broke through this low. So right now it's looking like a continuation in this downtrend right here. So as this is going down, of course, like GBP and the euro are going to continue up, and that's honestly like what I see. Because looking at the Great British Pound, like I was already like seeing this, but I had expected price to come back to TP2. I think I was talking about it with my mentorship group, but all this divergence right here, you see all that's going up and all this is going down. So that is telling us that a reversal is coming. We're going from a seller's market into a buyer's market. It's just about like, when is that going to happen? Since we had this push, let me see if there's a little, yeah, we got a little motion going on right there. So we could be having a pullback coming up before we continue. Let me like get some of this stuff out the way. No, I don't want to delete that. I was looking for buys right here, but clearly we didn't do that. We ended up breaking through this trend line and retesting it. No, let's make that below. There we go. Make the outside of that black. And then we broke through it. I'm clicking the wrong little button, but this actually look cool. The little boxes look cool. So even looking here, yeah, I can see it. I just want to see, even before getting in a buy, I need another high created. So I need like another pullback. Maybe even here. Let me draw a little zone there. What is this red line I have? Oh, I had it. I think it was TP2. So I want to see if it comes back to here, honestly. Put a little alert on there. And then because if it does, I'll probably be looking for divergence again. Because what I would do is get in for a sell to this overall right here. Let's see, we hit 32. We just hit TP1. Yeah, it could push down a little bit more to like right here. And then if we are looking for a buy, once we start looking for buys, like I said, I need another high created, because then that's when I'm going to add my trend line. I'm going to find my 2 points wherever it ends up being. I'm going to set an alert, and then I'm going to wait for my break and retest to enter for a buy. Yeah, I think I said it. I'm not sure if I said it in my free Discord or if in my private mentorship, but I did have a call where I was saying like I did see GU coming down here to TP2. So yeah, so that's it for GU. And then when it comes to EU, pretty much same scenario. Like we had all this divergence, and then we started breaking the highs. Like this high was lower than this high, but now we can see like this one is lower than this one. So even if it was a buy, like I need this to be broken and retested. As you can see, price has been respecting this bottom trend line right here. Let's see. Call. Hold on, y'all. I gotta take this call. Okay. Sorry about that, you guys. That was food on the line. I love me some food. Okay, so dang, we already had 20 minutes. So what was I saying? Okay, so this was some structure right here. We hit 61.8, and then we pulled back, and then we started pushing up. So then that had me thinking, okay, we could probably be looking for something like this. And then since we hit 78.6, we for sure going to be going to TP1. If it gets here and has very bullish momentum, we could be taking it to TP2. Now, the only way that I will get into another buy, like, same thing. I could see it pushing down. Like, it come here. If it comes here and retest, definitely get in for a sell. Because then now, you're looking at this type of structure right here. Here, here, here. And that's aligned with this trend line. And that'll be 40 pips. And then once it comes down to that trend line, we're kind of forming that little triangle thing. We will want to see like what it does at this trend line. Again, like this can break through. Like I'm not saying it's going to retest this trend line. Like it can break through, but you know, we're just going off scenarios. So if it comes to this trend line and retest, that would be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th retest to push up. I will get in for a buy here, take it to this trend line. I wouldn't put my take profit at the trend line. What I would do is I will put an alert like once per minute. So if I'm in this buy, like I want to see if price is bullish at this area or if it starts getting very wicky. And if it's bullish, like it's just pushing through that trend line, then I'm definitely like gonna be holding it to TP1. And then what I'll do right here, I'll put another line once per minute. I put a little note, get in TP1. And then see right there if we're going to be getting bullish momentum again, because then I'm going to take it to TP2, and then that's when I'll get out. But if we don't get bullish momentum at TP1, then that's where I will take profit. If that works out like that, then that'll be 80 pips. Another scenario, of course, is that we break and then continue. If we break like that, then you can take it from that previous high, come right here, wait for that retest, and get in for that sell. Boom, bada bam. That's just all the ways that you can make money with all 3 pairs, EU, GU, and gold. So that's exactly what I'm going to be looking for. We already went over like just the patterns that we've been seeing. Everything has been playing out like amazing. So now it's just waiting for the next week. Wait for your confirmations and get these money, baby. All right, see y'all.